Women spoke to versus women did not speak to the disciples. Contradiction in the Bible 002. So what's this contradiction about? This contradiction is about what happened when Jesus rose from the dead. In Matthew 28 it says, "So the women hurried away from the tomb, afraid yet filled with joy, and ran to tell his disciples." Whereas Mark 16 says, "Trembling and bewildered, the women went out and fled from the tomb. They said nothing to anyone because they were afraid." Surely this is a clear contradiction. Let's read on. When Jesus arose early on the first day of the week, he appeared first to Mary Magdalene, out of whom he had driven 7 demons. She went and told those who had been with him. Once you read the two Gospels, you realise something about them, and that is Mark has a lot more detail and it's more specific, whereas Matthew tends to summarise the events. That is his style of writing. For example, the story of the fig tree is summarised in areas, whereas Mark has more detail. You can go read it in my other tutorial. Summarising events does not necessarily mean that it is a contradiction. So, if you align these two sentences, you can clearly see that eventually here that the women went and told the disciples. Let me give you a real world example, which is a terrorist attack. So let's just say there's a hotel or there's a shopping mall and there's been an attack. In version 1, a reporter would capture the information as such. So the women hurried away from the shopping mall because they were afraid. Boom, 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 and told the police. Let's just say another reporter, say working for another channel, will say, captures it this way. So the women hurried away from the shopping mall and didn't say anything to anyone because they were afraid and confused and didn't know what to do. Boom, boom, boom. Later on, they eventually told the police. So version 1 is a summary, version 2 has more detail. Not necessarily a contradiction. Concluding then, Matthew summarises events into one sentence, whereas Mark explains the events in several discrete sentences. Both accounts state that the women eventually told the disciples. The only difference is that Mark says they fled and hid first. Matthew did not capture that additional information. Being more descriptive is not a contradiction. This is not a contradiction. 100% not a contradiction. Thank you. Bye.